Do you like this book, this one, or this book? If the answer is yes to any of these, then you should definitely listen to this review, because I have a book that's a combination of all of these great ones that I just showed you, and it's really good. It's called Open Road Summer by Emery Lord, and it comes out April 15th. But first, let me tell you a little bit what this is about. So we have Reagan, who's our main character, and she's friends with a singer who's been her best friend forever, and her singer friend named Dee is starting to become very popular and famous, and so they go on tour together for the summer. Her friend Dee is kind of like Taylor Swift, the American sweetheart. Everyone loves her, can do no wrong, and she just broke up with her boyfriend from a long time, and she's very heartbroken about it because she still loves him. So I think a picture gets in the tabloids of her, like a scandalous picture, and so she wants to get her good girl image back. So she has this guy who was kind of like a Jonas Brother type image, I would say. Used to be famous when he was younger, and now he's trying to get back into the scene, so she has him come on tour as her opening act, and they like fake date for the tabloid. The whole time that's going on, the main character starts to like this guy, and she has some secrets of her own. She has sort of a dark past, but it's kind of like a dark past that hasn't like ruined her life. Like she's kind of making better choices now and trying to be a different person, and with this guy she's able to be a different person and be a better version of herself. So it's a lot going on in this very short story, but it's really good, and let me tell you what I thought about it. It took me a while to get into this. By a while I mean 64 pages, I think, and that's because there was a lot of backstory dumping and a lot of information dumping in those first few chapters. But we kind of needed that because you need to know where the main character is coming from, because she just had this incident happen, kind of, and she's kind of running from stuff. So you need to know what she's running from, and you need to see her relationship with her best friend and see why her best friend broke up with somebody and all this stuff. So it was important to have those things, but once you get to page 64, let me tell you, you're not going to be able to put the book down. It was so good from that point on. But even though there was a lot of information thrown at us, the main character kind of keeps stuff to herself, so she only reveals what she wants us to know about her at that moment, and we get little sprinklings of information along the way, so we don't exactly know her past right up front, but we start to learn about it, and it was actually kind of shocking to me. I wasn't expecting it to be that dark of a past. It wasn't really like, it wasn't as dark as Hopeless, but it was like you look at the cover of this book and you think it's a really light and sweet and fun romance, and it has that, but it also has like more issues, and I liked the way it was dealt with. She wasn't like victimizing herself. She was taking control of everything that had happened in her life and kind of making that decision to move on and like make better decisions and all that. So I really liked the main character and how she kind of grew, but also how we like learned about her as the story went on. Megan's best friend, she's the singer, and that is Delilah. So to her, she calls her Dee, but then the world knows her as Lila, so that's like her stage name, I guess. So Dee is really adorable. She definitely reminds me of Taylor Swift, and I love their friendship because it was like just two normal friends, two normal teenagers. There was one scene that had me laughing so hard because it reminded me of me and my friends and something that we would totally do. It kind of reminds me of Rose and Lissa from Vampire Academy, where they're just really close and they'll do anything for each other, and their friendship comes before anything else. And I really appreciated that, because I feel like a lot of the times, especially not even just in books but in real life, somebody gets in a relationship and then all of a sudden they like ditch their friends. So this was nice that even though there was like romance going on, they still kept their friendship really close. So let's talk about the guy now, because let's be honest, that's what we look forward to in these kinds of stories. So the main guy is really, really sweet. His name is Matt Finch, and he is kind of like a mixture of Tucker from the Unearthly series and Harry Styles from One Direction, because he's got that swagger sometimes, and like he'll be making fun of her, like joking, like playfully, and she gives it right back to him, and they're just like so adorable when they're like having that banter. But then he's also like this really, really genuine, nice, good guy. He's so cute. Like, why can't he be real? You know how like the arch of a story, it's like, you know, you get to the top, something big happens, and then the rest is just the falling action, and then the story's over. Well, this was kind of more like a roller coaster, because we get to the top, something happens, okay, it's resolved, but then there's another conflict that I didn't really see coming, and then that's resolved. So this book definitely kept my interest And I mean, it's really not that long of a book, but it had a lot going on in that short amount of time. There are lots of lyrics in this book because it is about music. I really liked the lyrics. Usually I don't like it when they have lyrics in books, but his lyrics were almost like poems, so it was easy to read, and they were just really good lyrics. I think these should be actual songs someday. The only thing I would complain about is that it's a road trip book, but it doesn't feel like a road trip book because they don't really talk about the places that they're going, which I guess makes sense because it's, you know, she's a famous singer, so they can't exactly walk around because there's paparazzi and stuff. But I just kind of wish, like, we had learned more about the places that she was going. It's definitely one of those books that if you're in a rut and you just need that push to, like, get back out into the world and, you know, start living again and being excited about life, because it was, like, I think midnight when I finished the book, and I just wanted to go out and, like, I was all pumped for life, you know, and it was midnight, so I couldn't, but it's just one of those books that's uplifting and happy, and even though it has, like, grittier things in it, it's just a really good message and really good characters, and it's perfect for summer. So please go buy it April 15th. Let me know what you guys think if you're gonna buy it. See you later. Bye, guys.